30 days. That's how long it's been since I started my physical training for Jingju, and what a ride it has been. There was drama, gasps, revelations, growth spurts, and growing pains. So I thought it would be a good idea to reflect back on this past month. Maybe, just maybe, I'll learn from the bad, own up to the ugly, and repeat the good. So here are 7 things I wish my 30-day younger self knew.
Lessons from 1 month of training.
Number 1, it won't be easy, but it gets better. Ish. The first thing I ever had to do when I started practice was the leg stretches. I walked into my first session and the teacher gracefully showed me to the bars for the warm-up exercises. I hated them. I was huffing and puffing and sweating and groaning and grunting and cursing, silently of course, because the cameras were on. I absolutely loathed them. Now, not so much. We still need to work on our relationship, but we good. The moral of the story is, beginnings are scary and not easy. But just because something is hard at first doesn't mean it will always be that way. Any new journey takes some getting used to. The more knowledge and practice you gain, the better it gets. But I do have to caveat this by saying that the level of difficulty will go up as you go forward. It's just the way things are. Luckily, as the going gets tough, so do you. And the further you go down your road, the more equipped and ready you become to face the challenges. Number 2, if you want it, keep going. When it comes to progress, there are no shortcuts. The only way to get good at something you want to get good at is to just do it at regular and frequent intervals. In Jingju, something as seemingly insignificant as opening the palm of the hand,
这个掌啊，无声的掌，有声的掌就是说，然后花脸的掌。
or holding a sword, or even just sauntering around on stage, requires a lot of techniques and Moses-like patience to grasp. And this is where consistency and forming a routine come in handy. Between us, I am the kind of person who will make up 1,000,001 excuses to get out of training. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, it's hot. I can't find good music to play. I don't want to shower. I need to cook. It's Saturday. But at the end of the day, dodging responsibilities is not part of any workout program ever. And I know what you're thinking. It's just one time. What's the big deal? Huh? To this I say, never underestimate the power of procrastination. If you allow this time to slide, who's to say it won't happen next time? Or the one after that? Plus, big leaps are the sum of many teeny tiny steps, and every little effort gets you closer to your goal. You know, that thing that you so badly want and striving for? Yeah, that. Wishing for it will not make it happen. Working for it at a steady pace will. It also helps to come up with an action plan that fits your needs and schedule. Whatever you agree on with yourself, try to stick to it. And when it's showtime, do show up. 3, give time the time it needs. It's easy to get carried away in the middle of all the excitement of doing something fresh and unlike anything you've done before. You take up a new interest, you feel on top of the world, adrenaline is rushing through your veins, and this false sense of invincibility just washes over you. You want to hit the ground running, but instead you hit a wall, and all that pent-up anticipation just comes crashing down on you. This is a sad but very true depiction of my experience learning none other than the cartwheel.
The cartwheel.
Look, I love me a good walk, but the prospect of me cartwheeling my way around, wow! I was so here for it. Yet, no amount of demonstration or explanation or spotting would get me to get it right. The more I did it, and I was doing it relentlessly and furiously, the stronger the fear of failure became. And eventually I cracked. There was anger, frustration, disappointment, and I won't lie, a few tears. What I forgot in the heat of the moment was that I'm new to this and that achievements take time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is my core strength. It pays to be patient and not rush things. I still do a pretty awful cartwheel, by the way, but I'm okay with it for now. Number 4, befriend your pain. I think I speak on behalf of humanity as a whole when I say pain sucks. Pain is obnoxious and restrictive. Pain hurts and needs to be dealt with. Pain is also inescapable. And in my case, it is part of the experience as I stretch my body beyond its current limits. It was clear to me early on that I would either resent it or embrace it. And really the choice was already made for me because discomfort had already become a pesky companion. Wherever I went, whatever I did, whether I was training or resting, it was there, uninvited and unwanted. But as bad as it made me feel, the pain was a reminder that I'm transforming and a sign that something inside me was changing. And in a weird way, I now take pleasure in post-exercise pain. Now, to be clear, I'm not talking about the kind of pain that comes from a serious injury, but the one that is the result of working hard and right. That pain becomes a motivation to keep going and keep trying. Number 5, push and push and breathe. Modern society glorifies overwork, staying after hours in the office, pulling all-nighters, going beast mode at the gym, thriving under stress. We're told that these are the metrics of success, and if we're not on board, then maybe personal and professional growth is not on the cards for us. Don't get me wrong, being hardworking is an admirable trait. Diligence is rewarding, and anything worth doing is worth doing well. But the trick is to know when to stop. There's a difference between pushing yourself and flirting with the breaking point, and you do not want to go there. When I started training, I wanted to pull out all the stops right from the get-go. On day 6, still riding high on the thrill of fresh beginnings, I pulled a muscle while warming up at the bar at home.
I think I might have hurt myself.
I had opposed the idea of stretching my legs using a table because it wasn't high enough, and instead went for the metal bed frame, which was actually higher than the handrails at the training studio. Now, minutes into the workout, I felt something not right, but I didn't stop because I didn't want to think of myself as a wimp, someone who doesn't finish what they started. It was a big mistake. I continued exercising for no less than an hour after that, while in pain, all to challenge myself. To make things even worse, I rejected medical advice to rest until I recovered, and in a matter of days, I was back to my rigorous training, which caused more complications and seriously affected my performance and well-being.
有点疼哈。
I admit I was reckless and short-sighted, and if I can go back in time, I would definitely do things differently. So if you want to go outside your comfort zone, please go ahead, do it. Just don't stray too far too fast. Number 6, be kind to yourself. Self-discipline is a guiding principle in my life, but many a time I have fallen into the trap of self-punishment, as my story from 2 seconds ago shows. When a new hobby or passion or lifestyle change takes you into uncharted territory, tread carefully and ease your way into it. Dedication and commitment and sacrifice are all good and necessary, but equally important is to acknowledge and accept your limitations and realize that results don't come overnight. And even when they do arrive, they might not be as impressive as you'd imagined. And that's all right. Enjoy the little victories because that will fuel your chase for the ultimate goal. I've literally patted myself on the back the first time I completed the leg stretches with ease. And I've frequently treated myself to a snack after especially tough sessions. On days when I don't feel like training, I still exercise but switch things up to match my energy level. The way I see it, you're putting your heart and soul into your endeavor, so why not throw in some self-love in the mix? Number 7, mind matters. I signed up for a physical challenge, and I honestly did not expect it would come with a heavy mental and emotional baggage.
I'm so tired.
Not every day is a good day, and I'm not at my peak performance every single time I show up to class. I can start a session believing I can conquer the world and end it feeling like curling up in a fetal position and just shutting down. Progress doesn't always feel like progress. Failures sting, and self-doubt can just creep up on you without any warning. It's crucial to be in tune with what's happening on the inside and keep mental health in check. Manage your expectations, adopt a can-do attitude without working against yourself, and weed out the stressors. Building mental resilience helps you in the long haul. Now, I know some of these lessons might sound like common sense, but trust me, it's easy to be sidetracked when dealing with a situation you're not quite familiar with. So whether you're just starting to practice Jingju like me, which in all honesty is unlikely, but maybe not impossible, or hitting the gym, learning how to ride a bicycle, or picking up a new language, I hope my experience could help yours. Whatever it is, remember, it is a process and it happens at its own pace. So I want to hear from you now. How do you tackle beginnings? And what's the most important advice you've given yourself or others to form new habits? Let me know in the comment sections below, and I will see you next time. 再见.